Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004, not 2003, you idiot. Anyways, wow, man, this championship battle is certainly heating up to be one for the ages, man. I mean, our 4-race winless streak is finally dethroned. Tony Stewart completely obliterates the field at Martinsville, leading 43 out of 50 laps, no contest. Wow. Just wow. We gained an absolute amazing 10 points. We fought tooth and nail, beating and banging, trying to keep that 8 car at bay for just 10 points. 44 points, 4 races to go, and we officially have a good statistic to look at. If we can gain 11 points, so that's lead 1 lap and finish just ahead of Dale Earnhardt Jr. pretty much, we can get that. We need 11 points each race. That's all we need. That's all we need, folks, and we can win a championship. Oh my goodness, man. Unfortunately, though, Tony Stewart picking up his 4th Winston Cup win of the year. You know, he picked up the Daytona 500 win, and of course, you know, 5-time consecutive championships right there for Stewart. Well, he is officially eliminated from championship contention as far as I'm concerned. Tony Stewart, Joe Gibbs Racing, even though they had a 1-2 finish at Martinsville, Dale Earnhardt Jr. still has way too much points to be dethroned. So right now, it is Hendrick, Childress, Buffet Racing South, and Earnhardt Incorporated going for the 2009 Winston Cup Championship. So, a lot of storylines to follow there. Let's go see what's going on in the sponsorship. I think they're all pretty happy, all hunky. Yeah, look at that. Freaking happiness is going through the roof, man. They were at a 90, right? But now they're at a 94. So, they freaking love us, man. I mean, we've been trying so hard to get a good contract for the car. Think about this. That's 65 races. Put this in perspective. We have 4 more races this season. So, let's say it's 61 races left. That's a full Winston Cup season in 2010. And then what about, I don't know, maybe 8 races to go in 2011? They'll be getting off the car. But the good thing is, they might want to re-sign for a reasonable, contract. So as far as I'm concerned, we finally found ourselves a long-term deal. And that's just great for the team, man. Been digging really hard trying to get that. So we got some work done here in the shop. Let's see what we can get done here. Let's overhaul this. I mean, holy cow, 81 million. Holy sheesh, man. Oh. Let's see what this is. Speedway. Oh, that car looks pretty good. 81 power plant. Oh, you know we're bringing that to Atlanta. Let's see. Our plate car is good. Let's see. It's Atlanta. It's Rockingham. We could get this short track piece fixed up for Rockingham. You know what? We're going to have to. So let's just go ahead and get the short track piece because we have Atlanta, and then it's Phoenix, and then Rockingham's the second to last race of the year. So we're going to go ahead and hop to that. And yeah, let's make sure our short track piece is a bullet because we have to go to Rockingham. We have to hit a home run. There's no doubt about it. Wow, man. This is our best track, too. Almost our best track. The Georgia 500. We won like the last 2 freaking races here. 3 races. I mean, it's just incredible. Let's bring that Speedway car. We got a bullet, man. 81 power plant. That is a hot rod right there. We won here earlier this season. Can we do it again? We're going to Atlanta. Let's go. Alrighty, folks. We qualified 5th here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. I think Gordon's on pole, and Earnhardt, Kenseth, and Labonte. Yeah, they're up there in the top 4 as well. So, we're right behind... no, we're close to freaking the 8 car. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Let's go ahead and sit her down trackside for the Georgia 500 here from Atlanta.
We're live from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia for today's running of the Georgia 500. This place has it all. They even have a 9-story office and condominium complex right here at the track. And there is always great racing to go along with the amenities. Isn't that right?
NASCAR doesn't use restrictor plates for this track, which is why it's actually one of the fastest tracks in Winston Cup Series. We may see some speeds hit 200 miles an hour just before they dive into the corners.
The 82 car will start the race looking for his 3rd consecutive win.
There are drivers in this NASCAR Winston Cup Series who don't have a single win for their whole career. And that guy won 2 in a row like it was nothing. I'm telling you, he's got to be the favorite for the championship this year.
Ryan Newman will try to use this race to gain a couple spots in the points.
Yeah, he needs to focus in this race. A poor finish can quickly bounce you out of the top 10. But a win can gain you several positions and might even put you in the top 5. We'll see what happens.
Russell Richardson would like to break this run of bad luck he's been having at the speedways.
Yeah, I really feel bad for those guys this season. They come to these tracks and work so hard, but they just never seem to get the car just right.
Alrighty, folks, here we go. Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon. Oh, look at that Matt Kenseth alternate paint scheme right there. The $1 Million Challenge for Taurus. I got Dale Earnhardt Jr. up there in the mix. Where did Kenny Wallace come through? My goodness, dude qualified 6th. My God. So here we go, folks. 4 races to go here in the 2009 season. And 44 points. 44 points, that's it. So if we can get 11 points through 4 races, we will be able to win this championship. So basically the plan is to lead 1 lap, if possible, and at least finish 1 spot ahead of Earnhardt. That's what we got to do, and that is the game plan. Check out Jeff Burton, Johnny Benson representing in the top 10. Here we go, 32 laps from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Should go dive down the bottom here, split them 3 wide. Kenseth's not going to get going here on the start of the race. Oh, he's going to get really loose. He's going to have to lift. Oh, boy, too risky. Yep, we're just going to let him go. But that's going to actually hurt Earnhardt's speed there on the start of the race there. So it actually helps us out. Now, the goal is to not let the 8 car lead any laps. I mean, any laps. That is the goal. So if we have to stay out during the pit sequence, do anything possible to stay ahead of the 8 car. It is Winston Cup Championship racing here. And only 3 races to go after this. I mean, where did this season go, man? It is just incredible. So we got Jeff Gordon out front. He's not out of the championship picture, but, I mean, more likely than not, him or Kevin Harvick are going to have to gain, I would probably say, 60 to 70 points today. So if Earnhardt does not have any issues, it might be too little too late for Gordon or Kevin Harvick to win this Winston Cup Championship. Because Tony Stewart, I mean, led 43 out of 50 laps at Martinsville, and his teammate finished 2nd, which was just passed for the 3rd position. And guess what? Tony Stewart's still eliminated from championship contention. 5-time consecutive Cup winner. Car got really loose off turn 2 there. God dog, that Kenseth car right there, man. That is a hot rod. I believe I have a diecast of that, too. So anyways, the car's getting kind of tight here in 3 and 4, running that middle to upper groove. Here comes, speak of the devil, Kevin Harvick. Battling on the inside here. I'm going to lift and let him go. I'm just going to let him go. Oh, there's Ryan Newman out of nowhere right there. Holy cow, man. Talk about sticking your foot in the door, man. Dude just shows up out of nowhere. Now we got all this momentum. His car is going to bottom out. Hey, God, man. Talk about some incredible Atlanta racing here. My goodness. So now Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon, both of the cars that need points. They're about 220 points out apiece. Both of them are. So they would need to win this race. Probably lead the most laps. That would put them about 210. And then Dale Earnhardt Jr. would have to finish, I would say, honestly, outside the top 15 for them to gain anything substantial. Think about it. 210, you're going to have to average about 50 to 60 points every race. That is an extremely difficult task to do. We've been in that boat plenty of times. So now we get around Kevin Harvick here. 5 laps now going to the 6th lap. We don't want Gordon to lead the most laps, though. That's the key, because that's extra 5 bonus points we could take. And we could use that to stockpile against Earnhardt. If the race was to end right now, we would still gain about 10 points on Dale Jr., 5 points apiece for each car in the top 5. So we would get, what we get? Newman and Kevin Harvick, so that's 2 spots ahead. We would gain about 10 points there. It'd be about 35 points out for the championship. Trying to get around that 24 car here. I mean, that dude is just hot dogging right now. Man, that DuPont Monte Carlo is stout. No wonder he's the pole sitter. Here comes Kevin Harvick. A little bit of a run there. Trying to cut him off. It's going to be a long race, man. I love these 500-mile Atlanta races, man. It's just so cool how we're actually having 2 races here in real life nowadays. You know, back in the 2000s, oh, we got a little bit of a skirt on the wall there. Back in the 2000s, they had 2 races at Atlanta and 2 races at Donington, right? Well, they went away from that in the early 2010s and, you know, the mid-2000s with Darlington. It was about the early 2010s for Atlanta. Well, on the 2021 Cup schedule, guess what? They're going to have 2 races there, and I absolutely freaking love it because Darlington deserves 2 dates. Atlanta, it's such an underrated track, right? It is one of the most historic speedways in the country. It really is. I mean, you think about it. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Atlanta Motor Speedway. I mean, we're talking... They've been in business since the 60s, my dude. So, they absolutely deserve 2 race dates. So, Jeff Gordon is just absolutely just dominating right now. I think his tires are starting to go away just a little bit because we're finally able to catch up to the back spoiler on that Chevrolet. So, we've got a little bit of a run here. We might be able to make a pass. Oh, at the line, no. Gordon's going to lead that lap. So, now we're back out front. We just need to lead at least 1 lap. That's the goal. At least 1 lap led. And note, Dale Earnhardt Jr. still has not gotten around Ryan Newman there. So as of right now, that would be about a 15, a little bit loose there. Maybe 20-point swing. I think we've won the last 3 Atlanta races. And before this, we couldn't stand this racetrack. But we finally learned it. We finally got a good setup on the car, and, you know, Atlanta, which used to be looked at, in my opinion, kind of like a obstacle on the schedule, you know, something you really ain't excited to go race at. But now it's like it's opportunity. It's like, wow, we can actually win here. We can actually gain points here. And we're slowly learning tracks like New Hampshire. We've learned a lot with the gear ratios. The 3rd gear trick really helps out there. And I think we kind of look at New Hampshire like an opportunity now. And the only track I kind of, I wouldn't say shy away at, but I really am eager to kind of learn more about is the Homestead, Miami Speedway. You know, generally when we go there, we're already outside the championship picture. We have no shot at it. It's kind of just get the season done and get out of there, right? Well, now, if we can get there with a championship picture, or not, at least when we get there, I want to build a good setup. That way, we'll actually be competitive there, because that track is a doozy. But to tell you the truth, I really want to build a setup that can run the outside wall at Homestead. I mean, it's doable. You could make a setup that runs an outside wall because it has the same banking that they have nowadays in the Cup Series. 2002, they had the flat track Homestead, which in my opinion sucked. 2003, they went with the high bank track. 2003 variant is the way to go. Kevin Harvick has passed Jeff Gordon here. He's definitely used up his tires early in this stint. But Gordon led about 10 laps, so we would need to lead about 6, maybe 7 more laps to take that extra 5 bonus points away from him. No pit stops currently, but we're closing in on halfway. 32-lap race here. Lap 16, lap 17, expect a plethora of pit stops. But honestly, for a red right front and the rest of the tires to be yellow, I would say we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're putting down very good laps right now, all things considered. And that 8 car still mired back in, 5th place here? I mean, my goodness. Not a good run right now for Earnhardt with, you know, the championship battle underway. And, well, so they decided to pit a little bit earlier. Lap 15. So that tells you they do not care about tires. They just want to get the fuel and get that track position on the new tires. They don't want tires for the end of the race. So, for me, I just want to make sure we lead some extra laps here. I don't want that 8 car. Well, I was about to say I don't want the 8 car to lead a lap, but I think he actually pitted there, so that's great. So now we can actually pit if we want to. We don't have to worry about it. And with all these cars pitting right now, we might need to, folks. We might need to. I don't know. I just don't want to get trapped a lap down. So Kevin Harvick's going to pit there. I'm going to stay out. Actually, no, he's going to stay out too. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm going to try to pit this time. That way we have plenty of good years for the end of the race. Considering we're running 1 lap past the halfway point. So that should give us 1 lap fresher tires than everyone at least. At least most of the cats. And if we get a late race restart or anything, we'll have a lot of grip to be able to navigate that. So we're going to pit this time. Dale Jr.'s already down pit road, so we don't have to worry about him getting that extra lap led. Kevin Harvick's pulling his Goodwrench Chevrolet down as well. There we go. Just get on pit road. Don't push the car. Take care of the equipment. Oh, boy. Come on, team. We need a good pit stop here, guys. Hope and pray we get a good one here. So we got Michael Waltrip right there. Well, he got his service. He's getting off pit road. And here we go. Money stop. Look, if we have an 18, 19-second pit stop, it's going to be no bueno, right? We got to get a good pit stop here. It's very crucial, team. Come on, come on, come on. And I'm excited for the new paint scheme we're going to run in 2010. It's going to be a brand new decade, brand new season. I have some ideas for a paint scheme. And it's going to be interesting to incorporate green into the paint scheme because, you know, green is the primary color for Little Trees, the sponsor. There's Dale Jr. There's Gordon. But I have some ideas for the paint scheme. I want to go with a fresh look, just a fresh, new look for 2010. So I have some ideas I'm kind of swirling around, but it needs to be good because next year I want to have a full sponsored car, and I think we actually might have that. I mean, as of right now, we're under contract to be sponsored till 2011 with Little Tree. So, I mean, that's a long-term sponsor right there, considering we've been having 2 to 3 month deals on the car. So that is just an absolute, it's a miracle, honestly. So we got a good sponsor back of the car, Shades of Whitetails Unlimited All-Pro, back when they were Cup primary sponsors for the 82 machine. Anyways, Dale Earnhardt Jr., hopefully he does not get the lead here. God, I hope he doesn't get the lead. Lord, please don't let him lead this freaking race. Oh, no. Well, that might have, yep. Dale Jr. is leading this race, so if that car on the bottom does not get around him, that's 5 bonus points to Dale Earnhardt Jr., and that's going to be another championship blow. Come on, buddy, get underneath. Oh, he's underneath him. Come on, man. Don't let that 8 car lead a lap, please, Lord. Oh, come on, get around him, please, please, please. Come on, lead him to the line. I think that's Harvick, I think. Please. Yes, he didn't lead it, thank God, by 8 1,000ths of a second. So we need to get up there and just make sure that 8 car does not lead a lap. That's 5 bonus points, right? We already led some laps, but Jeff Gordon right now, he's led the most. So for us, that's 5 bonus points we could lose if we don't get up there in time. Now, I will say, we did lose a little bit of track time there, pitting late. Because you can see how, well, the 29 car, which I assume is the leader, which is kind of weird because we pitted with him, but we didn't have the greatest pit stop on planet Earth. But it's okay. He got out ahead of us. He's going to have better tires on the 8 and the 24. It is indeed Kevin Harvick. And truth be told, he can win this race. He can win this race. That's okay. I just don't want that 8 car leading an extra lap. That's me. That's what I'm worried about. Stay ahead of the 8 car. If we pass him, that's another 10 points gained. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's a, 44-point deficit with 5 bonus points added to leading a lap. That puts it down to 39. Well, if we stay one position ahead of him, that's going to put it down to 34 points with 3 races to go. So that really gives us a good shot in the arm. And with Gordon trying to make a pass on Earnhardt there, that's another car we could actually leapfrog. And yeah, that 8 car, I hate to say it, but he's fading back. And I think that's how he gained so much track position. He knew that he needed to lead a lap, and he was unable to do so. He pitted early. We talked about that. We were expecting him to stay out late. He didn't. He pitted early. And he had a little bit of a shot in the arm for a couple of laps, but now those tires are starting to go away. So, to me, that was a strategy called to give the 8 car a lap lead, and I don't think it worked out. He's going to block us to the cows come home, but let's see if he did lead a lap. I don't think he did at all. Let's verify this. So, yes, he did not lead a lap. Thank God. We've got to get around him, though. He's going to door slam us. He's going to try to. Hopefully he doesn't take us out, because if he does, you bet your bottom dollar he's going to go with the fence at Phoenix. It's going to be Boyer, Gordon, 2012 all over again. I just got to get away from him, man. There we go. Thank you for not wrecking me, Earnhardt. Gordon, why? Just why, Gordon? He's trying to race hard for that Winston Cup championship opportunity. And the reason why we're back in the championship hunt, I mean, it's not like that we've had a perfect season, but we've had, I mean, an unbelievable one, winning 11 races. I mean, that's just unheard of, right? Junior had like a 200-point lead on us, 100 and something, and he had a DNF at Charlotte. He had an engine failure. We won that race, led the most laps. We gained, oh my god, so many points on him. And that put us back within like 55 points, 54 points with 5 races to go. That put us back in the ball game. And now, I mean, it's like a shot in the arm, man. I mean, we have a legitimate shot to freaking win this championship. We just have to take care of the car. And I tell you what, that right front is getting freaking tight there, man. It's going to be tough to hold on to this thing. I'm hoping Ryan Newman will get around that 8 car, though. If he can get around that 8 car, that'd be fantastic. Unfortunately, though, it looks like the most laps led are not going to be in our favor, and Gordon's going to take that one home. So, for the Gordon camp, that's a huge win. But it truly doesn't matter what Gordon does. It matters what the 8 car doesn't do, right? If the 8 car has a DNF, then, well, the Gordon camp can really celebrate. But he can win the next 4 or 5 races and still only gain 50 points. So, unfortunately for Jeff Gordon and Kevin Harvick, they're going to need a lot of luck. We've been in that spot too many times. Ryan Newman, though, shot out of a cannon's going around Earnhardt. He's already passed him. And now he's trying to get around Jeff Gordon and could be even up to our back bumper at the end of this race. Kevin Harvick is just, I mean, this dude is freaking just flying around Atlanta, man. I'm trying to land the corners, but the car is getting freaking tight there, man. So Kevin Harvick trying to win a big Winston Cup race. And get this, folks. Kevin Harvick hasn't won a race all season long, my dude. This guy is freaking money right now. And a caution would end the race. Trying to catch up to him, man. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, trying to get that sharp corner there, but you can see how the car slides. I mean, it's just like, what do you do, man? Ugh. Trying to commit to the throttle, but it's just, the tires are just not there, my dude. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Because you can't flat-foot Atlanta. When you do that, oh, yeah, you ride up to the fence. Whew, rim riding up there. I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, I just don't think we're going to catch him, guys. I'd hate to tear up the car trying to push it, but I'm going to push it. Come on, man. Yeah, the car is just not, it's not loose enough, man. It's just not loose enough. I can't get the car to commit to the bottom. And Ryan Newman, I'm assuming who pitted later than all of us, he's in a contention to get a second place finishing position if he can get around us. But yeah, our car's just gone away, dude. So I think the pit stop did play a factor into it. We could have pitted a little bit earlier, but Kevin Harvick, I mean, hats off to him. White flag waving here at the Georgia 500. He has a little bit of lap down cars in his way, but I mean, yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way we can catch him, unfortunately. These tires are shot. I mean, we didn't do anything different to the car, so it's kind of weird how we were able to land in the corner so well. But now, I mean, look at this. When I get back to the throttle, I mean, this thing's freaking, it's going up to the outside wall. Either way, second place as we just clipped the wall like an idiot. And, hey, I'll take it. We'll gain points on Earnhardt. Congrats to Kevin Harvick, his first win of the season. And Gordon and Newman also got around Earnhardt. So another net gain, those crucial championship points. Wow, so Earnhardt's finally underneath the 60-point rivalry, which is very good for us at least. Let's see how the championship points shake out. So Kevin Harvick actually gets the most laps led, which is pretty cool right there. So a great job to the 29 camp. And then you look at the 24 car. 9 laps led there, 160 points, 170 for us. Look at this, guys. No laps led, 155. We got 175. So get this. That is a 20-point swing, baby. Wow. So we entered with a 44-point deficit. It's 24 points with 3 races to go. So we finally broke through. I'm telling you, man, we're right there for this championship. We have to keep points racing, but Kevin Harvick had a hot run at the end. Check out the Roushketeers, man. Holy moly. 11th, 8th, 9th, and 7th. Wow. This is going to officially eliminate Jeff Gordon, though, and Kevin Harvick, unfortunately. It's going to pretty much eliminate them, I believe. Maybe not Kevin Harvick, but I think for Gordon, it's going to be it. Let's look through the rest of the field here. Let's see how this one shook out. Oh, Jimmy Johnson, bottom of the barrel. Looks like he had some tough luck at the halfway points. Bottom of the barrel for the Jimmy Johnson camp. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. Upload these every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Diecastbuffet. Hope you're having a great one. Thank y'all so much for watching. Stay humble. Diecastbuffet, signing off.